We've got a couple of conflicting reports on Romeo Doubs, and is he going to be traded or is he going to stay? Welcome into the Packers Report, everybody. I am your host, Joey Petersen. Now, why are we talking about a Romeo Doubs trade? Well, the Pittsburgh Steelers traded George Pickens to the Dallas Cowboys in return for a third-round and a fifth-round pick in the 2026 and 2027 NFL Draft. And a lot of people believe that that's going to cause a ripple effect and then turn to Pittsburgh, possibly targeting any one of the Green Bay Packers wide receivers. And Romeo Doubs is the name that's come up a lot. Now, why would Pittsburgh be targeting Doubs? Because kind of seems random. Well, Pittsburgh and Steelers fans, they're still under the illusion that they're going to land Aaron Rodgers, which still very much could happen. We don't know yet. He also could retire tomorrow. He also could run for president tomorrow. We never really know with that guy, do we? But if they are still planning on targeting Aaron Rodgers and they still believe he is going to be their future at quarterback, then it seems likely that they're going to target a wide receiver that he's played with in the past to fill the role of George Pickens leaving. So we're going to break down on today's show. Thanks so much for joining me. We got a couple of things to get into. Before that, make sure you guys hit me up on Twitter or on X. You can find me at Joey Petersen 8. The link to my Twitter is going to be in the comments and description on today's video as well. Currently sitting at 872 followers. My goal is to get to 900 by the end of the weekend, okay? And I need you guys to help me out. I tweet about the Packers every single day. And if you guys would be so kind to give me a follow, I'd really, really appreciate it. Looking at the Pittsburgh Steelers, wide receiver room as of right now, it stands to be DK Metcalf, Robert Woods, Calvin Austin III. And frankly, just like I said on Tuesday when the trade went down, this room isn't good enough, right? So I believe that Pittsburgh's not done. Trade went down Wednesday, not Tuesday. My bad. So what these rumors are all coming from is from a guy, his name is Andrew Fillipponi. He's a radio host in Pittsburgh, has probably around 115,000 Twitter followers, so he's a good follow for Steelers fans. And he tweeted this out yesterday morning. Source: the Steelers have inquired about Packers wide receiver Romeo Doubs. Green Bay drafted 2 wide receivers, and Aaron Rodgers played with Doubs in 2022. It's believed Rodgers really likes Doubs. We'll see where this goes. Now, I do want to give a little bit of a disclaimer. Andrew Fillipponi is kind of an idiot, okay? He has been wrong time and time and time again. Case in point, last August when he tweeted sources. Always, tweeting about his sources that he has. The Steelers have a verbal agreement in place with 49ers, Brandon Ayuk. All the terms of the deal and contract details are being hammered out now. The wide receiver is coming to Pittsburgh. Like, he didn't try to sugarcoat it at all. He didn't try to say is possibly, is probably. He said the wide receiver is coming to Pittsburgh. Guess what wide receiver didn't go to Pittsburgh? That's right, Mr. Brandon Ayuk. However, and more recently, he has been correct before. So I don't want to say he's wrong 100% of the time because most recently, about a week, 8 days before the NFL draft, he tweeted out, source: Derek Harmon has emerged as the clear favorite to the Steelers' first-round pick. Quote, he's the total package. Art Rooney II has been very vocal about Steelers addressing D-line, something that didn't happen in free agency. Stay tuned. And guess what happened 8 days later? The first-round pick was Mr. Derek Harmon. Now, with all that being said, it wouldn't surprise me if Pittsburgh does trade for Doubs. And not because of anything that Fillipponi has said or not because of any of his sources, but just because it kind of makes sense. His rookie year with Aaron Rodgers only played in 13 games, but caught 42 balls, 425 yards, 3 touchdowns. Now, he did have 5 drops, and as we know, drops is something that he struggles with. Drops is something that apparently every single Green Bay Packers wide receiver struggles with. But we know that he's got that connection with Aaron Rodgers, okay? We know that the 1 year they played together, the rookie year, when he was a 4th-round pick, he almost got 500 yards in 13 games. That's not an easy thing to do. That's not something you necessarily see 4th-round pick rookies doing every single year. And we also know that Aaron Rodgers is pretty fond of Romeo Doubs. He likes Romeo Doubs. Now, sure, they had the snafu a little bit where Romeo said that Aaron Rodgers doesn't hang out with the team, and then Aaron Rodgers responded and says, I'm almost 40. I don't want to really be doing what 21-year-olds are doing. Both were right. But still, we know that this could be a possibility. Coming up, the Packers not dealing Doubs because we got another conflicting report to get to. But before that, make sure that you guys make the call for me. What's going to happen with Romeo Doubs? Are they going to trade him? or are they going to keep him? What will Green Bay do? Give me a T for trade. Give me a K for keep. Also, make sure you guys are subscribed because whatever happens with Romeo Doubs, if he gets traded, we'll get you a video as quickly as possible. Let's talk about Peter Schrager again. Our boy's back in the fold. Schrager and LaFleur, they got dinner at the NFL draft, and LaFleur, said some things to Peter Schrager that he seems to believe point to Romeo Doubs staying in Green Bay. Here's what the ESPN analyst had to say. With the Steelers trading Pickens, there's been a lot of rumors of Doubs with his close relationship to Rodgers. Rodgers used to always praise him when he was a rookie and say how great Romeo was doing. I'm here to tell you, LaFleur's like, Romeo Doubs is great in our building. So I don't think one of those Packers receivers is necessarily being shipped either just to make Rodgers happy, which has been an assumption online. I think the Packers are really happy with their young wide receiver group. I'll go out there and say I would trust Schrager over Fillipponi. Peter Schrager, I really like him as an NFL analyst, and he's an ESPN guy, right? He has legitimate sources. He's been in this business for a very, very long time. However, I will point something out in his statement. He said LaFleur said he was really happy with the young wide receiver room. But if the Packers were truly happy with the wide receiver room, would they have drafted Golden and Williams? Would they have gone wide receiver not just once, not just twice, or not just once but twice in the NFL draft, and those happening within the first 3 rounds? Because if they truly were happy, I don't think they would have done that. And now you've got a really, really crowded wide receiver room, which isn't a bad thing to happen, right? It's not a bad thing whatsoever. But if Pittsburgh's willing to offer you something, maybe more than you can believe you'd get for Romeo Doubs any other year because of their desperation, let's just say, this might be the year to take it. How are we feeling? Let me know in the comments section. What's your confidence level that Doubs is on this roster in September? How are you feeling? Let me know down below, scaling at 1 to 100. 100, you're saying he's going to be there, no doubt about it. 1, you're saying I don't think he is, 0 chance. Let me know in the comment section. I got 2 thoughts on this. Same 2 thoughts I had on Wednesday, right? Number 1, don't trade him. Let him play. Take the comp pick after. This is the final year of his rookie deal. So if he goes and signs elsewhere, you'll get a compensatory draft pick for him. That might be 4th round pick, might be a 5th round pick. I think if you trade him to Pittsburgh, you'd probably get a 5th round pick anyway. So it's like, look at it like this way. You get his services for 1 more full year. You get the same draft pick anyway. Sure, it's in the 2027 draft instead of the 2026 draft. But it's like, you got a wide receiver room full with a lot of talent. Keep that talent around a guy like Jordan Love. Give him as many weapons as possible. That's thought number 1. But thought number 2 arises as well and says, you got a good room already. Like I just mentioned, his ceiling's the lowest. Put him on the trade block. Give him to Pittsburgh. See what you can get out of him, right? Because you got to think about Jaden Reed and Christian Watson. And I know Christian Watson is hurt a lot. He's been hurt his entire career. He's hurt right now and probably won't be back until around November. But if you think of Jaden Reed and Christian Watson, when they're both fully healthy, they have higher ceilings because of the way they're built, because of their natural speed. They have higher ceilings than Romeo Doubs does. And right now, you got some reasons to trade him. 2 concussions in 2024. It was so bad that he had to wear the Guardian cap at the end of last year. Of course, he also had that 1-game suspension because he was upset with his amount of playing time. And if you want to move on from the Romeo Doubs business, if Green Bay doesn't feel like they're going to sign him again after this contract is over, this is an easy and natural exit ramp to get away. And if they already want to get away, right now it seems like a much easier time to do it, and you get something back now in return. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button because like I said around the middle of the video, whenever anything happens, we're going to have you covered right here on the Green Bay Packers Report. We bring you daily coverage of your favorite team in green and gold. We've been doing it for all of the offseason. We're going to continue doing it over the summer and into the season as well. So if you haven't yet, join us today by subscribing.